seen so many things in thy kingdom of love. In gladness my spirit has yearned. You taught me how to love through the sunshine and rain. But one thing I never have learned. Lord, teach me how to say goodbye. My friends pass on and oh how I cry. You taught me how to smile, gave all the things worthwhile. Lord, teach me how to say goodbye. You give to me a joy every moment I live. My heart knows you always have care. But yet there comes a time when I must say goodbye. Then I find that I'm not prepared. Lord, teach me how to say goodbye. My friends pass on and oh how I cry. You taught me how to smile, gave all the things worthwhile. Lord, teach me how to say goodbye. So many precious friends and my loved ones so dear, whose love I can plainly discern. But death can break the tie, and I cry, Lord, I cry. It's something I never can learn. Lord, teach me how to say goodbye. My friends pass on and oh how I cry. You taught me how to smile, gave all the things worthwhile. Lord, teach me how to say goodbye. Some say it's but a dream to believe that heaven could be, but it seems that even now, my dear Savior, I can see Him standing there with His loving outstretched hand, and it's more than a dream to me. It's more than a dream, it's true reality that the Savior gave His life to redeem you and me. I can see Him standing there all alone at Calvary, and it's more than a dream to me. The gates are made of pearl, and the streets are made of gold. Sin can never enter there, only pure in heart untold. I can see Him waiting there, and I know He'll welcome me, and it's more than a dream to me. It's more than a dream, it is true reality that the Savior gave His life to redeem you and me. I can see Him standing there all alone at Calvary. gone before, and we'll meet them on the shore. When we all shall gather there, we shall live forevermore. I can see him standing there as I kneel down at his feet, and it's more than a dream to me. It's more than a dream. It is true reality that the Savior gave his life to redeem you and me. I can see him standing there all alone at Calvary, and it's more than a dream to me, to me.
This is death is always I don't know how I should describe this, but well, I'll just tell you how it affected me when I heard Linda passed away, and it affects me this way about every death that I hear about. It does something right in here to my heart, and it affects me a bit this way. I knew this lady. I knew her since she was small, went to Bible school with her. I don't know if we played together so much, but I remember being with her as a young boy. So I knew her, and she's just about a year older than I am. And my friends were her friends, and hers were mine, and so that afforded us to be together. But anyway, that question always comes to me. We did again with her. If that were me, would I be ready? And I want to be. I want to be ready, because I want to go see Jesus someday. I want to see her, and I want to see all the loved ones that I knew and I probably still know that haven't gone. But anyway, sometimes there's a little controversy. There was back in the time of Jesus between some religious groups, if there was going to be a resurrection or no. And Jesus said it straight one day, and that's what I always like about his teaching. It doesn't make any difference what I think or you think or they thought, but it's what he says is going to make the difference. There was this here in Matthew 9. I thought of this account yesterday already, thinking of today. Some people think that when a person dies, that's the end. It's over. No more. Others think and thought that there's a resurrection of the dead coming. And so there's a lot of controversy right in there. I don't know how much there is today. I don't know how much of a discussion that is among people, religious groups or non-religious. But you know what happens to me is I've been busy. I've farmed all my life, and so I've been busy. You know, and I get into life, and I try to make a living, and done some traveling and back and forth, and your mind gets occupied with the things at hand. And I don't know about you, but I think you're like I am. I tend to forget some of these things right here, that my day's coming. Your day's coming. My time's coming. And I think this is within the plan of God that it happens like it does. That all of a sudden we hear that Linda's gone. Or your best friend, or all of a sudden your husband, or your wife, or your family, your children, or your neighbor. All of a sudden, and it brings your mind back to really what's happens. Now, Jesus don't just leave us here, that we die and that's it. There was this lady here in the 9th chapter, a girl, a maid, calls her a maid. And her dad was, as I understand, one of the rulers of the temple, and he died. She died. And, well, she was sick, and she died before Jesus got there. And anyway, so he went to see her and come in the house there, and he said, give me room here, give place, for the maid is not dead but sleeping. And they laughed him to scorn. Sometimes we're tended, when we don't believe something, or we find it hard to believe, or it's hard to accept, I tend to make light of it. That's my tendency. I do it too. I think we all do it. But he wanted us to know that there is a part of my being that does not die. And that's what he was referring to. The body died, but the soul lives on. Where is the soul? Well, according to the scripture, if I understand it right, it's somewhere under the altar of God resting. It's in safekeeping. Those are the souls of the righteous. Now, the souls of the unrighteous, I don't know where they are. The Bible doesn't say. It doesn't give us that, as far as I know. So, her soul, my soul, your soul, when our time comes, it's going to be placed, if we're righteous, we die righteous, God will take care of us and put us in a safe place until that great resurrection. And that's a comfort. That's a comfort to me. Some people think that the souls of the lost are going to be out here in this world, just roaming back and forth, around and through, and I don't know. I don't know that. That's what some people believe. But here Jesus did set the record straight that she's sleeping. She is resting. Her soul has not passed. It hasn't died. Okay, then here in John 5. Just a few more words and we'll have a prayer and go inside. 5:28. Marvel not. Jesus was speaking here again, and again setting the record straight. Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice, and shall come forth. They that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of the damnation. Now, that tells us, suggests to us, not just suggests, it tells us that there is going to be a difference. He knows who we are. He knows what we are. He knows where we stand with him. And so I just want to encourage myself and all of us that if we're not ready for this time right here, get ready. There's time. There's a way. God has a way for everyone. And let's take that way. And I just want to comfort the family with this too, that there is, God has a way for you. He's got a comfort. There's a comfort that what I'd like to see you do, as a family, when you get together, talk about her, about the good things, and leave the undesirables. We've all got those. And but talk about the good times. Learn from her. We get together as my family, and we do that a lot. Remember what Dad said or what Mom said, and we have a good laugh together. We use that. I'm going to do what Dad did or Mom. Use the good as an example. It's a lot of comfort in that. So may God help us all, be with you and comfort you in the way He only can do. Let's bow our heads for a prayer.